The following professional wrestling exhibition requires discretionary viewer participation. Hey, good evening to you RWL wrestling fans, wherever you may be. We are in New York, New York. Still, about a week removed from the RCS homecoming at the Richmond County Sportsplex, but we are here tonight for RWL Rage. Good evening to you. My name is Don Hickson. I'm joined by Myron Schimmelman and Christy Ogilvie. And what a terrific 3-hour supercard homecoming turned out to be.
Well, everything but a few problems. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing great. With regard to AJ Styles isn't going to be back for a while. And even after he gets better, I still don't think AJ Styles is going to be coming back. I think Bruiser Brody has made it plain he doesn't want him here.
I wouldn't have. Hey, y'all. Brody played hockey with AJ as the puck and a sledgehammer for his hockey stick. Referee stopped the match when AJ didn't move for like half a minute. Shoot, I damn sure wouldn't come back.
It's not funny, but yeah, AJ Styles, he got the brakes beat off him. And I don't think he's going to come back at all.
You certainly can't blame him after the brutal assault at the hands of Bruiser Brody. And whoa, Brody's back and AJ Styles may be gone. But as we move on this evening, on to more pleasant topics, we now have another dual champion in Babs Beckwith, who walked away with the Ladies Southern title from Brenda Blair at homecoming. What an evening it was. But let's focus on tonight's matchups as we begin RWL Rage, our opening contest for the first hour this evening. It's going to be Brenton Quinn Stewart, the Northridge Quake, along with Sister Goldenhair, facing off against Niles Wickhauser of the United Kingdoms, along with Grace Fenwick.
Hello, New York. Welcome to RWL Rage. Our first match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle along with Sister Goldenhair, representing the Ferrantino group from Northridge, California, weighing 287 pounds, Brenton Quinn Stewart.
Likeably referred to as the power couple of the MJ Ferrantino group, the Northridge Quake, Brenton Quinn Stewart, along with Sister Goldenhair, his current enamorada, and they have been inseparable since partnering up.
Yeah, and it's true. They do make a nice couple. But boy, Brenton Quinn Stewart, he started moving up because he started winning a lot. Let's see how he does tonight against Niles Wickhauser. Oh, those United Kingdom people. They got such rotten luck these days.
His opponent, along with Grace Fenwick, representing the United Kingdoms from Waltham Cross, UK, weighing 246 pounds, Niles Wickhauser.
Well, fans, you hear it right there for yourselves. This raucous New York City crowd letting Niles Wickhauser hear it. Not entirely he's never been an angel, but guilt by association coming out with Grace Fenwick after her impromptu visit to Jessica Hyde's matchup with Virginia Austin, and of course his association with Ballarat Jack Jones, and this crowd certainly letting him know you could pick better friends. Well, BQ Stewart and Sister Goldenhair may have missed homecoming, but he has not lost a lot of matches lately. Good luck here against Niles Wickhauser, as referee Charles Lucera sounds the bell, and away we go. Quickly caught from behind. There's a hard shot to the back. BQ Stewart takes down Niles Wickhauser center ring. rounds him back up. Goes, quickly got down into a submission. Wasting very little time, Sister Goldenhair. Applauding her encouragement. A kick to the midsection from Wickheiser. Off the ropes, there's a flying forearm. Taking down BQ Stewart, a hard kick to the back, lower back, into the kidneys. The knee driven into the canvas. There's a hard right from Niles Wickheiser. A right, a shot, it's a snap suplex, and here's a pin attempt. One, but only just a one. Brenton Quinn Stewart coming to as Niles Wickheiser does a little bit of showboating here. There's a chop across the chest, a left to a right, both to the body, and a Russian leg sweep. And whoa! A hard right, a hard knee to the head of Niles Wickheiser. Grace Fenwick standing ringside with her fella. There's a shot from Brenton Quinn Stewart. What a mess she created when she decided to intervene in Jessica Hyde's match with Virginia Austin at Homecoming. Niles Wickheiser in the thick of the trouble right now. Brenton Quinn Stewart driving all of his weight into the arm and shoulder. The North Ridge Quake in control of Wickheiser at the present time. Niles locks him up. Whoa. Quickly putting on the brakes, avoiding the referee, but catches a knee to the head from Wickheiser. There's a kick right to the side of the head, a rebound off the ropes, another flying forearm to the back of the head. Sister Goldenhair definitely, a bit concerned. Whoa, what a shot. BQ Stewart catching some heck here at the hands of Niles Wickheiser, who has definitely dialed things up a notch. Wrist clutch kicks to the back. One to the side of the head, and down we go center ring as Niles Wickheiser slows the pace down just a little bit. Sister Goldenhair looking on through those huge, round John Lennon specs. Knees to the back from Wickheiser. And a hard set of pounding right hands to the head of the North Ridge Quake, followed up with a hard kick to the back. Brenton Quinn Stewart catches a kick off the ropes from Niles Wickheiser. Right to the head. Well, we haven't seen Battle Rat Jack Jones today. That's strange. That's not strange. I don't think he's even here. 10 count punches to the chest of Brenton Quinn Stewart, hanging out on the apron. And down he goes. The referee dispatching that kendo stick. No doubt brought in by Grace Fenwick. Brenton Quinn Stewart catches a couple of shots on the outside, up over the shoulders of Niles Wickheiser we go, and what a nasty slam on the floor on the outside with the referee counting. A quick counter, hard lefts to the head from Niles Wickheiser. Wickheiser gathered up by Brenton Quinn Stewart, rolled back inside the ring. Stewart trying to regain control, but another knee to the head as Wickheiser goes for a pin center ring. One, but only just one. BQ Stewart definitely starting to lose control of things as Niles Wickheiser becomes increasingly more aggressive. Another rebound shot off the ropes. Brenton Quinn Stewart can't catch a break. Another set of shots, but a quick counter from BQ Stewart. A set of kicks to the leg of Niles Wickheiser, and a very short clothesline. A cover and a hook of the leg from Stewart. 1, 2. Nope. Niles Wickheiser still too active. Brenton Quinn Stewart bouncing the head of Niles Wickheiser off the canvas. Rounds him up. Gouging the face. Wickheiser catches a shot to the back. Brenton Quinn Stewart rounds him up. An immediate powerbomb right here. Here's a pin. 1, 2. That's gonna do it. Brenton Quinn Stewart wraps this one up pretty quick over Niles Wickheiser.
Here's the time. 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Your winner, Brenton Quinn Stewart.
Or bad karma for the United Kingdom's bunch. damn Stewart stood on business tonight. And yeah, he and SGH. They do vibe as a couple. I'm feeling these two.
Looks like Stewart's picking up the habit of winning.
Without question, Brendan Quinn Stewart racking up another big-time win, this time over Niles Wickheiser of the United Kingdom, as he and Sister Golden Hair celebrate. And what a couple! They've become a power couple within the ranks of the MJ Ferrantino organization. Brendan Quinn Stewart absolutely going 7 kinds of crazy on Niles Wickheiser there at the end, who pressed his luck just a little bit too far. Ladies and gentlemen, that takes care of our first match this evening. A whole lot more on tap this evening for RWL Rage. Stick around, we'll be right back with a whole lot more on the other side of the break. As Rage continues, at homecoming, the little valley girl that could, Babs Beckwith, became a double champion Northern and Southern Ladies champion tonight in a non-title matchup against the returning Brooklyn Von Braun.
The following non-title ladies match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle along with Josie Jane from Troy, New York, America's hero, Brooklyn Von Braun.
Okay, Brooklyn is back on the case after a few weeks, following that nasty assault by the Disciples of Darkness. But Brooklyn is setting that mess aside tonight for a shot at the new double champion. And let me tell you, Babs is over the moon about the win over Brenda Blair at homecoming. She's playing it down publicly, but I talked to her, and low-key, she couldn't be happier. And hey, she's made it to the big time again.
Hey man, once you've got 2 championships like that, you're definitely a made star.
Her opponent from Encino, California, is an RWL Ladies Double Champion, Babs Beckwith.
The little valley girl who could, not once, but twice, the Northern and Southern Ladies champion, Babs Beckwith, making her way down to the ring. Very happy after her win over Brenda Blair at homecoming, and why not? Her arch rival, who took away the Northern title initially from Babs, she eventually regained it, has taken away the Southern title from Brenda Blair, who relieved Patty Powers of same. It's a long and twisted chain already with those 2 titles, huh? They're not even a year old, and already they've been in contention back and forth so much it's ridiculous. Babs Beckwith enjoying her moment here at the New York Civic Center, and why not? It's not every day you become a double champion in the women's division in RWL. And so begin the pressures of being a dual champion for Barbara Ann Bethany Beckwith, otherwise known as simply Babs, facing Brooklyn Von Braun as Charles Lucero sounds the bell. Brooklyn goes behind on. Babs has her up for an atomic drop. Babs counters with a right. Rebounds up the ropes. There's a kick taking Brooklyn Von Braun down to the canvas. Brooklyn gathered up. There's a set of knees and kicks and elbows and fists, and oh, down went Brooklyn Von Braun. A stomp to the midsection from Babs Beckwith. There's a forearm. Brooklyn Von Braun rolling to the outside, and look, whoa! That did not work out the way she intended it. Babs Beckwith crashing and burning on the high-risk maneuver. Brooklyn Von Braun putting a boot to the lower abdomen. The new dual champion. A set of hard right hands backs up Babs Beckwith. Brooklyn Von Braun gets a hold of her, shoves her back the opposing direction, makes her own way back inside the ring, the referee counting. Babs Beckwith on the outside. Babs back up to her feet and making her way back inside the ring. Oh, a hard shot. Brooklyn Von Braun covers one, but only a one. Babs Beckwith rounded up again by Brooklyn Von Braun. America's hero opens up with a set of shots, and look at this. Whoa! That was a pretty impressive move from Brooklyn Von Brown. Boot to the throat of Babs Beckwith in the corner. Beckwith laid out near center. Brooklyn Von Brown taking herself topside. Here we go, elbow drop right across the chest of Babs Beckwith. As Brooklyn Von Brown begins to turn things around for herself in this matchup, stamping the hands and fingers of Babs Beckwith. And Brooklyn Von Brown certainly going to exploit the move. And Babs Beckwith now in some trouble as Brooklyn Von Brown starts to take into the fans not receiving Brooklyn's antics very well. There's a kick to the leg to Babs Beckwith. Beckwith rounded back up again. Brooklyn Von Brown gets a hold of her, winds up the arm, slams her down to the canvas. And the elevation on that drove the knee right into the arm of Babs Beckwith. Kick to the midsection, clubbing overhand right and off Babs Beckwith. In some trouble now, whipped to the ropes, and there's a hip toss. And look at the athleticism of Brooklyn Von Brown is pretty amazing. Not bad for one of Riley Flash's Academy graduates. In fact, she's pretty good. Brooklyn Von Brown on the top. Here we go, missile drop kick with a pretty nice degree of elevation. Babs Beckwith now beginning to find herself in some situations here. A stomp right to the face from Brooklyn. Brooklyn Von Brown gets the leg swept by Babs Beckwith. Spun around with a hard right, countered with an elbow by Babs. There's a clothesline to Brooklyn Von Brown. There's a second. Puts on the brakes, sweeps the leg again on Brooklyn. Down she goes. Brooklyn Von Brown catches a shot to the head, evades the kick, gets a hold of Beckwith, whips her to the ropes on another hip toss, and another beautiful cartwheel and a drop kick from Brooklyn Von Brown. Here's another pin attempt. 1, 2. Only a 2 this time, but each time she gets closer. Babs catches a clothesline in the corner from Brooklyn Von Brown into a blatant choke from Brooklyn Von Brown, who's all out of patience. And she has had a rough go since her run-in with the Sectarians and the Disciples of Darkness. Brooklyn Von Brown warming it up here. Rebounds off the ropes. Rebounds a second time. Misses with the drop kick. Babs Beckwith with a kick to Brooklyn Von Brown right in the nose. Brooklyn rounds her up. Beckwith counters inverted DDT to Brooklyn Von Brown. Babs Beckwith takes herself all the way up to the top turnbuckle. Here we go. Double boot stomp right into the midsection of Brooklyn Von Brown. Josie Jane looking on. Her tag team partner not faring too well at the present time. Josie looking on as she rolls out. Brooklyn Von Brown on the outside. Here comes Babs Beckwith over the top. Beautiful human missile. Human cannonball from Babs Beckwith. And the little valley girl that could has turned it around here on Brooklyn Von Brown. Brooklyn laid out face down center ring as Babs Beckwith rolls herself back inside. Beckwith gathers up Brooklyn Von Brown, walks her up. Inverted Russian leg sweep face first into the canvas. Rounds her up a second time. Beckwith whips Von Brown into the ropes. There's the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Followed up with the leg drop across the throat. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg from Babs. 1, 2, 3. Babs Beckwith does it again over Brooklyn Von Brown.
Here's the time, 5 minutes and 28 seconds, and your winner, Babs Beckwith.
This girl has it all going on. The fans love her. Now she's a double champion. I'd love to see where she's going to go for the rest of the year.
There's no place to go but up for Babs Beckwith, picking up a pinfall win over America's hero, Brooklyn Von Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, more RWL Rage in just a moment. Our first tag team matchup of the night, pitting controversy over success. In the Toxic Table, Boston Connor and AJ Hawk joining forces to face Golden Al Barnett and Vic LaRue, the Canadian Cartel.
It'll be a good match. Definitely gonna be a good one to watch.
Well, I can promise y'all one thing. There's not a man, woman, or child in the New York Civic Center rooting for these two chumps.
You got that right.
The following tag team match is scheduled for
Hey,
one
Don,
fall
how do you
with a
know when you
20-minute
stink?
time limit.
How?
Coming down the aisle along with Pat
When you can hear the
McAfee,
crowd
Boston
over
Connor,
the
and
music.
AJ
You
Hawk
can hear the
Toxic
boom
Table.
over the music. The Toxic Table. Timo, Bruno Sammartino, and the Hamburglar again. Boy, well, at least they got a kind of a normal match this time. I didn't pit them against like deranged, horrible things. Well, so far, the Toxic Table and their association with Bell Unlimited and Scott Bell soon to be returning. Shut up. Alright. The Toxic Table. And then Mac, forgive me. Oh, Myron, I'm sorry. It's a red. I'm sorry too. I'm a bit snappy. AJ Hawk and Boston Connor facing the Canadian Cartel in our first tag team matchup of the evening.
Oh, hey, Myron, come on. You got a smile for me in there? That's better.
Their opponents at a combined weight of 496 pounds, from the Great White North, Golden Al Barnett and Vic LaRue, the Canadian Cartel.
Should work out to be an interesting tag team match. The Canadian Cartel have been hot, and the Toxic Table, well, not so much. Not lately. Charles Lucero sounds the bell. AJ and Golden Al Barnett starting it off. Barnett up over the shoulder, quickly counters, chop block to the knee. AJ Hawk swerving overhand right to the head of Hawk. Barnett takes him down. There's a stomp to the shoulder. Golden Al Barnett. There's the whip into the Canadian Cartel corner. Here comes Vic LaRue. And here's a tag team combination move coming. Flying shoulder. Takes down AJ Hawk. Vic LaRue lit up for the New York crowd, and they're equally lit up for the Canadian Cartel. AJ Hawk up on his feet, center ring. Vic LaRue changing his mind on the high-risk maneuver, decides to go the other way, but winds up whipped out onto the apron by AJ Hawk, catches a couple of right hands. Down he goes, right down to the feet of Pat McAfee. There's a hard right, and another Barnett. AJ Hawk taking on the whole town. There's a double overhead right to the back of Barnett. Vic LaRue in count on the outside, he's just snapped out of it. AJ Hawk rounds up Barnett, whips him into the referee. There's a collision, but no casualty. Vic LaRue on the outside. Boston Connor. Down he goes. On the inside, AJ Hawk taking down Golden Al Barnett. Now Vic LaRue walks up and slammed right down. There's a crossbody flag. All of that action was Golden Al Barnett, who was not even a legal man of the ring.
You know, the Toxic Table is talking.
He's going to be back. Really not happy with that. I understand. AJ Hawk on the rope. On Vic LaRue. AJ Hawk walking Vic LaRue both behind. There's a run, there's a knee, and there's a clothesline. Vic LaRue takes him down to the mat. Look at this. AJ Hawk really doesn't give him a piece of the move. Does it again. And Vic LaRue sweeps the leg, takes him down for a change. LaRue rounds up AJ Hawk, hard whip to the Canadian Cartel corner. Vic LaRue gonna field this one himself. Ooh, suplex, AJ Hawk right into the corner and a little bit of howdy-do from Vic LaRue, Canadian Cartel. He tried. Country Rally Flash Wrestling Academy. AJ Hawk desperate to make his way. Vic LaRue apparently showboating and keeping him from making the tag. Winds up the arm on AJ Hawk, takes him down again. The Canadian Cartel playing a little bit of mind games with the toxic table. There's a knee right into the arm of AJ Hawk. Pat McAfee, you won't be seeing much of him pretty soon once Scott Phelps does come back. Vic LaRue really lighting it up here tonight. He must really love New York. This is really selling. His son Boston Connor tagged in for the first time twice to the DDT catches a set of shots to the midsection from Vic LaRue. LaRue whips into the rope. Big collide center ring. Wrap it up. Boston Connor with the upper hand on a rope to the leg sweep to Vic LaRue. Connor rebounds off the ropes, leg drop across the throat. Here's a quick pin. One. Just about a one. Vic LaRue getting back up to his feet. Boston Connor right there to greet him, whips him over the rope and out onto the apron. There's a hard right hand. There's a second one from Boston Connor. Boston Connor countered while Vic LaRue makes his way back inside the ring, catches a chop across the chest from Boston Connor. Kick to the midsection and a DDT. And Vic LaRue in a spot here. But now Boston Connor preoccupied doing some showboating, trying to rally some support as Golden Al Barnett is brought in and catches a clothesline from Boston Connor. Connor winds up the arm, slams him down, snaps the arm in the process, a stomp to the leg. Boston Connor going to the work on the limbs of Barnett. Barnett quickly back up with a counter, rolls him over and covers in the corner. One, and only just the one again. Well, obviously, both teams eager to get this pinfall. There have been quite a few changes back and forth here. Golden Al Barnett rounds him up for another suplex into the corner, practically folding the man in half. Boston Connor trying to make his way to his corner. Apparently, Golden Al Barnett allowing it to happen this time, where Vic LaRue did not, and in comes AJ Hawk. Whoa! Whoa, he saw him coming from a mile away and took him down. Wow, Barnett covers. 1, 2, that was an amazing bit of prescient move from Golden Al Barnett. It was like he was psychic. Barnett slams AJ Hawk into the turnbuckle. AJ Hawk brought out again, and another suplex for AJ Hawk in the Canadian Cartel corner. He's going to be sick and tired of that. Look at this, Pat McAfee. Apparently sick and tired of the two-back suplex from Barnett. AJ Hawk laid out near center as Barnett makes the dot. Whoa, big-time guillotine leg drop. AJ Hawk counters, sweeps the leg, quickly goes for the cover here. Well, very competitive match from both these teams. AJ Hawk with a chop, a blow and a headbutt that takes down Barnett. Barnett quickly back up to his feet, locks it up with AJ Hawk. AJ Hawk, the arm over the shoulder, the trunks all the way up. Nice vertical suplex into a slam. AJ Hawk with a pretty impressive repertoire of moves. Likewise, Boston Connor. In fact, all three members of the Toxic Table have made quite a bit of progress in the year and change they've been part of RWL, and now it is total chaos with action in and out of the ring. AJ Hawk with a clothesline to Vic LaRue on the inside. Vic LaRue laid out, and Golden Al Barnett has laid out Boston Connor on the outside, quickly making his way back inside, locks it up with AJ Hawk. AJ Hawk ready for him, front cradle, slams him into the turnbuckle, and slams Barnett to the center of the ring. Barnett rounded up, and again, Barnett was the legal man in the ring with all this other action going on involving Vic LaRue. Scoop slam by AJ Hawk. Barnett, ooh, he folded. Oh man, he is in pain. AJ Hawk makes his way. He was like a club fish. Oh! Failure to launch on the high-risk maneuver by A.J. Hawk. But a pretty nice hip toss, a judo-style hip toss from A.J. Hawk to Golden Al Barnett. Barnett whipped to the toxic tables corner. A.J. Hawk countered with an elbow by Barnett. Barnett gets a hold on him, rounds him up, and whips him back into the Canadian part of town. A.J. Hawk gonna catch that suplex yet again for like the third or fourth time. I've lost count. It's been four. Barnett with a backbreaker to A.J. Hawk. Vic LaRue brought in. LaRue now taking over for the Canadian Cartel, who appear to be in pretty fair control here. No! Nice brain buster. Pat McAfee finally getting into it. He's had enough, and so has Vic LaRue. Golden Al Barnett on the outside, having his share of problems as A.J. Hawk goes behind on Vic LaRue. Takes him up. Front cradle, takes a walk with him to the other side of the ring, hangs him up, and down he goes over across the top rope as Hawk covers. One. Well, nope, not again. Not this time. A.J. Hawk whips LaRue to the ropes. LaRue counters and sweeps him down with one leg. Here's a pin from LaRue. 1, 2. As near to a near fall as we've gotten so far. Pretty good matchup so far. Vic LaRue takes him down nicely. Classic wrestling takedown. A knee to the side of the head of A.J. Hawk as LaRue turns it back over to Barnett. Barnett misses with the clothesline. A.J. Hawk rolling out of the way just in time. Barnett whipped into the toxic tables corner. A.J. Hawk countered again by Golden Al Barnett. He does not like their corner at all. A.J. Hawk with a clothesline to Golden Al Barnett. Barnett gathered up again. A.J. Hawk going to take him to the opposing corner, head first into the turnbuckle. Barnett brought back out and rounded up for a scoop slam, but a quick counter and a DDT, dropping A.J. Hawk right on the top of his head. Barnett drags him towards center. A.J. Hawk now rounded up, the arm being snapped yet again by Barnett. Quick counter from A.J. Hawk, both boots. Barnett, both men quickly back up. There's a headbutt from A.J. Hawk. Barnett locked up again. A.J. Hawk rounds him up. Wow. Oh! That was a pretty good senton from A.J. Hawk. Barnett whips him back into the Canadian part of town. Here comes Vic LaRue again. Tandem move incoming for Hawk. Double shoulders. And down he goes as Vic LaRue assumes control for the cartel. Another judo-style hip toss counter from A.J. Hawk to Vic LaRue. LaRue rounded up by his throat and hurled practically into the referee almost. A.J. Hawk back on the attack again here. LaRue whipped to the rope and another short arm clothesline. A.J. Hawk with another clothesline, deftly steps over, rounds LaRue up again, repeats the process. He's going to do it one more time. Pretty nice coordination on the part of A.J. Hawk. Hawk makes his way to his corner. Here comes Boston Connor. LaRue catches a chop, a kick, another kick, and a standing drop kick from Boston Connor, who quickly goes for another pin. 1. And just the one this time around. That's about halfway over, and a whole lot of back and forth in both momentum and pinfall attempts. LaRue waiting as Barnett is slammed into the lip of the apron. Boston Connor rounded up by Vic LaRue. Gets a hold of him, has him up. There's that fisherman. Oh, look at this with a pin and everything. 1, 2. Oh, as close as we've come so far. Boston Connor laid out center ring. Vic LaRue. Oh, look at this. He's setting him up for the sharpshooter. Center ring with no ropes to get to, no means of egress for Boston Connor. This LaRue releases the hold. A stomp to the back of Boston Connor. LaRue takes it topside here. He's about to go air. Here we go. Leg drop right across the throat of Boston Connor again. Vic LaRue again playing it up to the crowd here in New York. Boston Connor rounded up again. Oh, double arm. Wow. Vic LaRue with a flip over neck whip on Boston Connor, keeping him on their side of the ring. Smart strategy from the Canadian Cartel. Pat McAfee trying to drum up some support for his boys here, but so far to no avail. This crowd firmly behind the Canadian Cartel on this one. If they do win, it'll be another win consecutively for the Canadian Cartel as Barnett is brought in. Connor whipped over the ropes out onto the apron. A hard right from Barnett. There's a hard left to the side of the head. Barnett gonna join him on the outside on the apron, and boom, down he goes. Boston Connor catching a beating from Golden L. Barnett. Barnett turns his attention back to AJ Hawk, and there's another suplex for you, fella. How about this? Golden L. Barnett taking out both members of the Toxic Table on his own. Talk about initiative. Here we go again. Elbow across the chest of Boston Connor. Here's the cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. That is the end of this one. The Canadian Cartel picking up yet another win. And look at them. They are feeling pretty good about it.
Here's the time, 14 minutes and 8 seconds. And your winners, the Canadian Cartel.
So hey, Barnett and LaRue picked themselves up another win. Another consecutive win. That's a good thing. We'll probably wind up seeing them in title contention in a couple of weeks. If they keep going the way it's going, I mean.
Barnett and LaRue racking up consistent wins, this time over the Toxic Table and AJ Hawk and Boston Connor. Here you see it in the replay. Golden L. Barnett taking care of business, dealing with both members of the Toxic Table on his own at the same time. And what an impressive win for Golden L. Barnett and Vic LaRue. We may certainly be seeing them in title contention before very long. We'll be back with more RWL Rage on the other side of the break. Stay with us. Well, we wrap up the first hour with something a little unusual. Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote putting in an appearance hot off her win at Homecoming, defending the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship against ODB.
Already know the score. I think Liberty Belle is a solid Triple Crown champion, always defending those 3 belts like a juggling act. But she's just combing off a no-rules match with Titania for the J5 Women's belt, and that was just last week. I don't know how Miss Heathcote can keep managing to burn the candle at both ends and in the middle, but here's hoping her luck is consistent. I don't see ODB walking out of here with the Joyce Grable belt, but damn, Danielle and that crazy schedule. I wish she'd take a little time off for herself.
She already gets kind of, like a week to 10 days grace when she's a little behind defending the title because, well, she's juggling 3 of the damn things. So it's kind of rough. But she's making out okay. She's doing really good.
And in the 2.5 years she's been part of RWL, Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote extremely popular with RWL fans, many of whom suffer from a case of what they're calling Heathcote fever. As for ODB, the challenger in tonight's Joyce Grable Memorial Championship matchup, and Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote prizes that belt among those 3 as her most precious.
But hey, she's got it right. She won it in the tournament 2.5 years ago, and nobody, and I mean nobody, has been able to take it away from her. Liberty Belle Danielle, that's going to be a huge chunk of her legacy as she goes along in wrestling history.
It is a rare evening indeed. Hangman Tex Lynch will be standing ringside with his lady, Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote, who will be defending the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship here tonight on Rage, in yet another rarity.
And you know what else is rare? She's wearing the 2-piece outfit tonight. For Tex.
The Snarl general manager perhaps a bit too busy tonight to do an interview in the ring. No, he is going to be standing ringside with Liberty Belle Danielle. And that new custom jacket she's sporting, the text purchase for it, displays all three of Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote's championships, bearing the legend Triple Crown champion on the back. And well, she certainly did it the old-fashioned way. She earned it, as John Houseman used to say. And right there, RWL fans, is what it is all about, the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship, the first of its kind, and has only been owned by one owner, and that being Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote.
The challenger from Detroit, Michigan, and, along with manager Playboy Gary Hart, O.D.B. Her opponent, along with Snarl GM Hangman Tex Lynch, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She's an RWL Triple Crown champion, and the Joy E. Grable Memorial Tournament champion, All-American, Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote.
Well, fans, if you follow us for any length of time, you already know the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship is near and dear to Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote. And this is going to be a ride of a match against ODB as Walt Rothburn sounds the bell and off we go. A kick, a right, a body shot from ODB, a forearm backs up Heathcote. Liberty Belle Danielle escorted to the ropes by ODB. There's a body shot. And now ODB going to work on the arm of Liberty Belle Danielle, much to the delight of Playboy Gary Hart. Here we go. Here's a knee to the midsection and a kick to the back of the head from ODB. Nasty spin kick. ODB up on the top far right turnbuckle. Here we go. Knee right across the chest of Liberty Belle Danielle. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. But no, only a 2. Liberty Belle Danielle kicking out. Danielle Heathcote catching wrist clutch kicks from ODB just about center ring, taken down to the canvas. And ODB is going to slow down the pace just a little bit as she goes to work on the arms of Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote. There's a pair of knees into the back from ODB. ODB gathers her up again. Rebounds off the ropes, misses the kick. Playboy Gary Hart blatantly right in front of everybody, disengaging that turnbuckle right in front of the referee. He saw it. There's a shot to the head from ODB with the turnbuckle. Here's a kick to the leg of ODB Danielle Heathcote as the referee corrects that turnbuckle. A set of shots puts her right back into the corner. Hangman Tex Lynch, Snarl general manager, watching her work. There's a suplex into the corner from Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote. Danielle goes to work stretching the legs of ODB, and down she goes again, and she rolls to the outside. Tex Lynch giving them plenty of space. Here we go. Double X handle off the top turnbuckle from Liberty Belle Danielle. There's a stomp to the... Oh, man. Hurt her elbow on that one. The rolling elbow will find mark as Danielle is driven into the ring steps right in front of Hangman Tex Lynch. And Playboy Gary Hart, this is not good. Playboy Gary Hart playing games here. And now ODB getting into it with Tex Lynch. And here we go, drop toe hold and into a leg lock from Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote. ODB turns it around, tags her with a couple of shots and gets herself loose of the hold. Back up on her feet. There's a running kick. Right to the face of Danielle Heathcote. There's a clubbing right to the back of the head from ODB. ODB locked up with Danielle Heathcote. And, hard knee to the midsection. And down went Danielle Heathcote. And right back to work on the arms goes ODB again. Knowing that it's a good strategy to keep Danielle Heathcote on the mat and out of your hair. Stretching the arms and again driving the knees into the back of Danielle Heathcote. The ladies triple crowner having her share of problems at the present time at the hands of ODB, who's determined to get that Joyce Grable title away from Liberty Belle Danielle, who's held it for well over 2 years now.
ODB stretching the arms again and once more. A pair of knees into the back. A kendo stick introduced by Gary Hart. The referee distracted, but not even a 1 count on that one. Danielle Heathcote giving her the eye, and there's a kick to the head from ODB. ODB rounds her up again. There's a knee to the head of Danielle Heathcote. A kick, a right, and a headlock takedown near the corner. Danielle Heathcote definitely having her problems here as ODB starts to press the attack. Danielle steps out for a hot second, possibly for a reset, makes her way back inside the ring. Takes Lynch again, getting into it with ODB. Another drop toe hold, another leg lock from Danielle Heathcote. And again, ODB finding her way out of trouble. Danielle back up to a standing position. ODB locks her up hard. Whip to the... Oh, no, excuse me. There's a knee to the midsection instead. Playboy Gary Hart. Looks like he's thinking up some more deviltry back there. Danielle counter whips ODB out onto the apron. There's a hard right hand from Danielle Heathcote. There's a second. There's a third, and down goes ODB to the outside as referee Walt Rothburn initiates the count. Playboy Gary Hart getting into it with Danielle Heathcote, the managers in this matchup. Certainly becoming a factor. Well, Gary Hart is behaving himself. ODB rolls back inside the ring. Danielle Heathcote waiting for a rebound from the rope. The drop kick to the back of Liberty Bell. Danielle Heathcote back on the mat and back in trouble here. Oh, double knee shot into the canvas from ODB. ODB rounds her up hard, whip to the ropes, gets a hold of her for the suplex, but no. A set of hard shots to the head instead as Danielle Heathcote turns it around here. Another counter from ODB, another kick to the midsection. And Liberty Bell Danielle certainly has keeping ODB in control. And she is spun out towards center by ODB. There's a stomp to the arm as ODB rounds her up again. Inverted Russian leg into the canvas goes Danielle Heathcote, cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2, but no, only a near fall. Ordinarily frustrating for ODB as she stalks Danielle Heathcote near the ropes. Whoa, look at this, just tossed her out onto the floor. ODB with some bad intentions, rebounds off the ropes, ball slide and misses it. Down goes ODB to the floor. There's a stomp from Danielle Heathcote. Playing it to the crowd here in New York. Danielle Heathcote rounds her up again. ODB. Good first lip apron. As Danielle Heathcote ignores, tries to press the attack on the outside. Danielle rounds her up, winds up the arm on ODB. He gets her down and then stomps the shoulder. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote turning it around here, but only on the outside so far. There's a kick to the midsection from ODB. Finally rolling her back inside the ring. ODB rolls in herself. There's a kick right to the side of the head. Danielle gets a hold of her. Whips her to the far right corner. ODB quickly. Oh, look at this. Another counter to the counter. And oh! Did you see? I sure did. That was clever. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote showing a little bit of initiative here. Clever move. Up on the top turnbuckle now. As ODB makes her way to a standing position. Right across. And Playboy Gary Hart. With no F's given. Disengaging that turnbuckle again. Liberty Bell Danielle, meanwhile, with a stomp and a rolling elbow to ODB. On the receiving businesses, Danielle has definitely snapped out of it. Going to work on both in and out of the ring. Liberty Bell with a kick, all right. Look at this, well, a suplex right from Danielle Heathcote, ODB. Making her way to a standing position in the corner. What the hell went wrong? ODB controlled by Danielle Heathcote. Reverse dragon sleeper up on the middle rope. Knocking ODB out
to dry. Here's a cover and a hook to the leg. 1, 2. But no, again, ODB getting the shoulder up. So close, yet so far. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote again getting into it. Playboy Gary Hart on the outside. ODB going to take advantage of it, rounds her up. Reverse fireman's carry, hit first. The knee right ahead of Danielle Heathcote. Here's a cover to the leg. 1, 2. And about to come to a new champion. Simon, whoa, she's mad. ODB not caring for the speed of referee's count. Here's a whip to the ropes and to the face for Danielle Heathcote. Another pin from ODB. 2. And again, no, only a count. And ODB can't believe it. Danielle Heathcote up in the corner, catches a set of ribs, and a spin kick to the face. Danielle counters, back up on her feet again, goes behind, gets a hold on ODB, and snaps the arm. Turns it over into an armbar. And now, back again. Tex Lynch looks on. ODB rolls to the outside. Danielle up on the top turnbuckle. And ODB's about to catch it. Here we go. Whoa! Just caught her. Must have been that point of the elbow. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote showing out at this point. ODB is rounded up again and driven into the ring post. I'm sure Tex is singing the song in his mind. ODB counters with both boots, back up on her feet, gets a hold of Danielle Heathcote and drives her into the ring post too. I'm sure he's probably singing it. ODB showboating inside the ring as Danielle Heathcote is counted outside of it. Out of it. Makes, Tex Lynch getting into it with ODB. Oh, those are going to be some choice words. ODB counters with an elbow on knee. Danielle counters. And a sleeper hold. But, look at this. I'm not sure. I think she just took her out. Danielle Heathcote stretching ODB after putting her to sleep, I think. Moving. Danielle rolls her over, cover like 1, 2, 3. That is exactly going to do it. Danielle Heathcote retaining the Joyce Grable Memorial title again, this time against ODB.
Here's the time, 11 minutes precisely. Your winner and still JGM Women's Champion, Liberty Bell Danielle.
The extremely enterprising and industrious Liberty Belt Danielle Heathcote doing it once again, this time over ODB, retaining the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship. And who knows who's next on the schedule? Probably Myron does.
Yeah, she's got another one coming up. The Small Women's coming up later this month. I'm sure she'll handle it.
Danielle Heathcote certainly putting the handle and putting to sleep ODB to get the pinfall win in this matchup. We'll be right back with more RWL Rage in just a moment.